Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on December 1st, 2022 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Pangun Langai Tegirim, Sri Gurum Dhinatharinam, Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Falashruti. The Lord's desire is understood by hearing about how the Lord again met with Sanatan Goswami. Part 2. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.223.
শ্রী রূপের গ্রন্থ রচনাদি কার্য। রূপ গোস্বামী কৈলা রসামৃত সিন্ধুসার, কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি রসের যাহা পাইয়ে বিস্তার।
Srila Rupa Goswami also wrote many books, the most famous of which is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. From that book, one can understand the essence of devotional service to Krishna and the transcendental mellows one can derive from such service.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu has been translated into English as Nectar of Devotion.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is translated into English as Nectar of Devotion
By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Prabhupada. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.224.
উজ্জ্বল নীলমণিক নাম গ্রন্থ আর, রাধা কৃষ্ণ লীলা রস তাহা পাইয়ে পার।
Srila Rupa Goswami also compiled the book named Ujjwal Neelmani, from which one can understand to the fullest limits the loving affairs of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna.
This is a very esoteric book
This is a very esoteric book
which describes loving affairs of Radha and Krishna.
which describes the loving affairs between Radha and Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, Antya Leela 4.225.
বিদগ্ধ মাধব ললিত মাধব নাটক যুগল, কৃষ্ণ লীলা রস তাহা পাইয়ে সকল।
Srila Rupa Goswami also compiled two important dramas named Bidakta Madhav and Lalita Madhav, from which one can understand all the mellows derived from the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
Rupa Swami wrote these two books to describe all the mothers of pure devotion to Lord Krishna.
Rupa Goswami wrote all these books which describe the mellow of pure love to Lord Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.226.
গানকেলি কৌমুদি আদি লক্ষ গ্রন্থ কইল, সেই সব গ্রন্থে ব্রজের রস বিচারিল।
Rupa Goswami compiled 100,000 verses beginning with the book Danakeli Kaumudi. In all the scriptures, he elaborately explained the transcendental mellows of the activities of Vrindavan. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Referring to the word Lakha Grantha, 100,000 verses, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that the total number of verses written by Srila Rupa Goswami is 100,000. Ekalakha or Lakha Grantha. The copies count both the verses and prose selection of the Sanskrit words, sections of the Sanskrit words. Thank you. One should not mistakenly think that Srila Rupa Goswami compiled 100,000 books. He actually wrote 16 books as mentioned in the first waves of Bhakti Ratnakar. Srila Rupa Goswami Grantha Sodarsh Korila.
Rupa Goswami, he was writing 16 books.
So Rupa Goswami, he was writing 16 books.
Total over 100,000 verses.
Total number of verses over 100,000 verses.
So he was a prolific writer.
So he was a prolific writer.
And revealed the mellows of bhakti.
And he revealed the mellows of bhakti. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.227.
শ্রীজীবের পরিচয় ও গ্রন্থ রচনাদি কার্য। তার লঘু ভ্রাতা শ্রী বল্লভ অনুপম, তার পুত্র মহাপণ্ডিত জীব গোস্বামী নাম।
The son of Sri Vallabh or Anupam, Srila Rupa Goswami's younger brother, was the great learned scholar named Srila Jiva Goswami.
So Rama said that if you read the 6 Sandarbhas of Jiva Goswami,
Srila Prabhupada said that if you read the 6 Sandarbhas of Jiva Goswami,
you will be thoroughly convinced about the Krishna consciousness.
you will be thoroughly convinced about the Krishna consciousness philosophy. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.228.
সর্বতে জিত পাছে আইলা বৃন্দাবন, তেহ ভক্তি শাস্ত্র বহু কইলা প্রচারণ।
After renouncing everything, Srila Jiva Goswami went to Vrindavan. Later, he also wrote many books on devotional service and expanded the work of preaching. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.229.
ভাগবত সন্দর্ভ নাম কইলা গ্রন্থসার, ভাগবত সিদ্ধান্তের তাহা পাইয়ে পার।
In particular, Srila Jiva Goswami compiled the book named Bhagavat Sandarbha or Shat Sandarbha, which is the essence of all scriptures. From this book, one can obtain conclusive understanding of devotional service and the supreme devotional service and the supreme personality of Godhead. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.230. Gopal Champu Nam Grantha Sar Koilo Braje
গোপাল চম্পু নাম গ্রন্থ সার কইল, ব্রজ প্রেম লীলা রস সার দেখাইল।
He also compiled the book named Gopal Champu, which is the essence of all Vedic literature. In this book, he has exhibited the ecstatic loving transactions and pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan.
So he was saying that read in the image of the Supreme Personality.
So, in this, Srila Prabhupada was saying that if we read the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
therefore, we study ourselves, we can see the qualities of Krishna.
so therefore if we study ourselves, then we can see the qualities of Krishna.
In the material world, man and woman are attracted to each other.
In the material world, man and woman are attracted to each other.
But this is material because
But this
it's
is
not the body.
But this is material because we are not this body.
not pure love, but it's described as lust.
It is not pure love, but it is described as lust.
But this quality is also in the personality of Krishna.
But this quality is also in the personality of Krishna.
He is attracted
He is attracted
to the female forms,
to the female forms,
and the female forms are attracted to him.
and the female forms are attracted to him.
This is real love.
But this is real love.
And therefore, to understand Krishna is not so difficult,
Therefore, to understand Krishna, it is not so difficult,
but one has to hear from the authorized spiritual master.
but one has to hear from the authorized spiritual masters.
Because Krishna is not different from his body,
So Krishna is not different from his body.
Radharani is not different from her body.
Radharani is not different from her body.
And naturally, the love between Radha and Krishna is transcendental.
So naturally, the love between Radha and Krishna is transcendental.
So, one actually studies these qualities, pastimes of Radha and Krishna,
If one actually studies these qualities and pastimes of Radha and Krishna,
doesn't confuse it for material activities. It doesn't confuse it with material activities. Does not confuse it with
and does not confuse it with the material activities,
then you get great transcendental bliss.
then he can get great transcendental bliss.
Lord Chaitanya experienced transcendental bliss in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna.
Lord Chaitanya experienced transcendental bliss in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna.
But as an ideal sannyasi, he had nothing to do with material activities.
But as an ideal sannyasi, he has nothing to do with the material activities.
Like
Hare Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.231.
ষট সন্দর্ভে কৃষ্ণ প্রেম তত্ত্ব প্রকাশিলা চারি লক্ষ গ্রন্থতে হো বিস্তার করিলা।
In the Sat Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami set forth the truths about transcendental love of Krishna. In this way, he expanded 400,000 verses in all his books.
Jiva Swami,
So Jiva Goswami,
by writing 400,000 verses,
by writing 400,000 verses,
is the most elaborate, concise set of books
his most elaborate, concise set of books
on the pastimes and qualities of Krishna Bhakti.
on the pastimes and qualities of Krishna Bhakti. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.232.
জীব গোস্বামীর পূর্ব বৃত্তান্ত। মথুরা গমনের পূর্বে নিত্যানন্দ কৃপা ও আজ্ঞা লাভ। জীব গোস্বামী গৌর হইতে মথুরা চলিলা নিত্যানন্দ প্রভু ঠাই আজ্ঞা মাগিলা।
When Jiva Goswami wanted to go to Mathura from Bengal, he requested permission from Srila Nityananda Prabhu.
You need a blessing of superior Vaishnavas
So getting the blessings from the superior Vaishnavas
is the principle that has to be followed.
is the principle that has to be followed.
And Jiva Swami followed that.
And Jiva Goswami is following that. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 4.233.
প্রভু প্রীতে তার মাথে ধরিলা চরণ রূপ সনাতন সম্বন্ধে কইলা লিঙ্গন।
Because of Jiva Goswami's relationship with Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, who were greatly favored by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda Prabhu placed his feet on the head of Srila Jiva Goswami and embraced him.
So thus Jiva Goswami got the special blessings of Lord Nityananda.
Thus Jiva Goswami got the special blessings of Lord Nityananda. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antelila 4.234.
শ্রী সনাতন অন্যয় শ্রী রূপানুগ গণেরই বৃন্দাবন বাসে অধিকার লাভ। আজ্ঞা দিলা শীঘ্র তুমি যাহ বৃন্দাবনে, তোমার বংশে প্রভু দিয়াছেন সেই স্থানে।
Lord Nityananda Prabhu ordered, "Yes, go soon to Vrindavan. That place has been awarded to your family, to your father and uncles by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and therefore you must go there immediately."
So Vrindavan is the Guru Datta Desh of Rup, Sanatan, Anupam, and Sri Jiva Goswami.
So Vrindavan is the Guru Datta Desh of Rup, Sanatan, Anupam and Jiva Goswami. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 4.235.
নিত্যানন্দ কৃপা ও আজ্ঞা লাভ ফলে শ্রীজীবের আচার্যত্ব। তার আজ্ঞায় আইলা আজ্ঞা ফল পাইলা, শাস্ত্র করি কত কাল ভক্তি প্রচারিলা।
By the order of Nityananda Prabhu, he went to Vrindavan and actually achieved the results of his order, for he compiled many books for a long time and preached the cult of bhakti from there.
Jiva Goswami got the mercy of Lord Nityananda,
So Jiva Goswami had the mercy of Lord Nityananda
and he fulfilled all the orders of the Lord.
and he
Fulfilled all the orders.
fulfilled the orders of the Lord. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 4.236.
গ্রন্থাগারের শিক্ষা গুরুত্রয়। এই তিন গুরু আর রঘুনাথ দাস, ইহা সবার চরণ বন্ধ যার মুই দাস।
These three, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and Jiva Goswami, are my spiritual master, and so also is Raghunath Das Goswami. I therefore offer prayers at their lotus feet, for I am their servant.
Krishnadas Kaviraj has taken the shelter of these four spiritual masters.
So Krishnadas Kaviraj has taken shelter of these four spiritual masters. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 4.237.
প্রভু সনাতন মিলন সংবাদ শ্রবণে প্রভুর লোকশিক্ষার অভিপ্রায় অনুভব। এই তো কহিলু পুন সনাতন সঙ্গমে, প্রভুর আশয় জানি যাহার শ্রবণে।
Thus I have described how the Lord again met with Sanatan Goswami. By hearing this, I can understand the Lord's desire. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 4.238.
নিরন্তর অনুশীলন রূপ মন্থন ফলে চৈতন্য চরিত সিন্ধু হইতে কৃষ্ণ প্রীত অমৃত লাভ। চৈতন্য চরিত্রে ইক্ষুদণ্ড সম চর্বণ করিতে হয় রস আস্বাদন।
These characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are like sugar cane that one can chew and relish the transcendental juice.
Stick of sugar cane.
A stick of sugar cane,
Wherever you bite into it, it produces sweet juice.
wherever you bite it into it, it produces sweet juice.
Similarly, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes
So, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes
are sweet
are sweet
from beginning to end.
from beginning to end. Haribol! Thus ends part 2 of the chapter entitled Falashruti. The Lord's desire is understood by hearing about how the Lord again met with Sanatan Goswami. Under the section, Sanatan Goswami visits the Lord at Jagannath Puri.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.